More from Robert Saleh could make Christopher Johnson's Jets legacy were queued up for a can't-miss Super Bowl. Packers overwhelm Rams with punishing ground game. Likeable Browns are easy to root for in NFL playoffs. Robert Saleh checks all the boxes for Jets fans. Neither the Jets nor Giants will be playing Sunday in either of the NFL Conference Championship games. Neither, of course, even made the postseason. In both of the AFC and NFC championships, however, both the Jets and Giants will be represented by coaches who once worked for them. Each of the four remaining teams, the Packers, Buccaneers, Chiefs, and Bills, have a coordinator who coached for either the Jets or Giants. Coaching in the NFL, particularly in New York, chews even the toughest up and spits them out. But, as parochial as we can be around here, thinking this is the be-all, end-all place to be, there is life after New York for fired football coaches. If you don't believe this to be so, then you haven't paid attention to the respective careers of Packers defensive coordinator Mike Pettine, Buccaneers defensive coordinator Todd Bowles, Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, or Bills offensive coordinator Brian Daboll. All four men, each of whom had prominent coaching positions in New York, stand one win away from coaching in Super Bowl 55. Pettine was Rex Ryan's defensive coordinator from 2009-12, before leaving to take the same job in Buffalo for a year, and then becoming the Browns head coach from 2014-15, compiling a 10-22 record before being fired in Cleveland. Pettine oversaw Jets defenses that ranked 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 8th before going to Buffalo and leading it to a No.10 ranking. After being fired in Cleveland, Pettine was essentially out of the game until the Packers hired him in 2018. Interestingly, when Packers head coach Matt LaFleur was hired in 2019, he retained Pettine. The Packers ranked 13th in fewest points allowed this season, number 7 overall on defense. It is a little bit surreal to think that we potentially 60 minutes from going to the Super Bowl, Pettine told the Post Friday. We're just so close to potentially getting to the pinnacle of the profession. A year ago, the Packers lost to the 49ers, 37-20, in the NFC Championship, while giving up 285 rushing yards. We didn't handle the moment at all, Pettine recalled. The 49ers handled the moment much better. We picked a bad day to play our worst game. Pettine's counterpart in Sunday's NFC title game in Green Bay is Bowles, who was the Jets head coach from 2015-18, fired after going 24-40 in 4 seasons without a playoff berth. Bowles' Buccaneers defense was ranked 8th in fewest points allowed this season and 21st in yards allowed, and he now has cycled himself back into interview for vacant head coaching jobs. Who would have known, after his Giants career came to an unceremonious end when he was fired after the 2017 season, that Spagnuolo would have such an effect on one of the best teams in the league? He helped the Chiefs win the Super Bowl last year, and now he and the Chiefs are a win away against a Bills team they beat 26-17 on October 19 from having the chance to defend in Tampa. Spagnuolo, whose Kansas City defense this season ranked 10th in the league in points against and 14th in yards allowed, had high praise for Bills quarterback Josh Allen and the job Daboll has done, saying, "I see a real confident football player who is not afraid to make any throw from any spot." "I think he's functioning in the offense that Brian has him in very well." Daboll was the quarterbacks coach for the Jets under Eric Mangini from 2007-08 before following Mangini in 2009 to Cleveland, where he was his offensive coordinator for 2 seasons before Mangini and his staff were fired. He has a winner's pedigree, having coached on 5 Super Bowl champions with New England, winning an NCAA national championship with Alabama as Nick Saban's offensive coordinator in 2017. And, in his 20 NFL seasons, Sunday marks the 9th AFC championship in which he will have coached. Making his story even richer, Daboll went to high school in Ethel Springs, 9 miles down Route 5 along Lake Erie from Buffalo. "This place is special to me," Daboll said this week. "It's a privilege to be working in my hometown." Daboll joined the Bills in 2018 and has done so well developing Allen that he's positioned himself as one of the top head coaching candidates. "My ultimate goal is to become a head coach one day, but that's not on the agenda right now for me," Daboll said. "These opportunities don't come around all that often, playing in the AFC Championship game. I don't take this for granted. That's a required part of every coach's DNA, not taking anything for granted." Never buy, always rent. Coaching is the ultimate vagabond's world. It's one of survival and reinvention. And, in the case of the 4 coordinators in the NFL's Final Four, it's proof that there is life after New York.